want to put your zero shoes on and just walk through it?
No.
How about going to the end of this pole over here on the right? What do you think?
Because it seems like it's moving.
Okay.
And whoa.
Oh, uh-oh.
Huh. Okay.
There's no hostel tonight, so you're going to be wet.
Oh!
Oh, no. Watch your language. Oh, no.
You're kidding me.
Okay, I'm going to go around this over here, I think. Look. This
Where?
looks good over here. Oh, my gosh, Largo, look. Right here.
Why didn't you tell me you thought that looked good? I don't know.
I didn't think about it till you fell in. You were already experimenting by the time I got here.
Oh, my God.
Okay, go ahead. Come on. Did you get wet?
I wonder if I got wet. I wonder if I got wet.
Oh, boy.
Welcome back to day 162. I'm Captain.
And I'm Sunshine.
And we're still walking.
And we're still talking. And we're so tired. So, I fell asleep with the lights on last night at like, what time was it? 8:30?
It was around 8:30.
I was so tired. It's just so exhausted. And then you stayed up doing schoolwork till after 10, right?
Probably around 10:20, 10:30.
And then we woke up at 4:45. And we're finally on trail at 7. So this is the thing when you slack, unless the hostel, the place you're staying is right on trail, you got to get up. It's kind of like getting yourself organized after sleeping in a bed. We slacked for a couple days, eating breakfast, and there's no tent to put up, but it just takes longer. And then we had a 45-minute drive back to the trail because we had gone so far north. And
that's how long it normally takes us just to get up and going.
Right. Is like we can get up and out of the tent and eat and everything in about a little under an hour. So we're not complaining. We're just really tired today. But it's hard, a little bit of hard in the morning, like a mile of hard. And it seems like a pretty easy day. So we're going to go from Route 17. We're going to try and hit 14 miles today in Maine, which is kind of crazy, but there's not too much up and down. And then the next 3 days are 4 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, are insane hiking, like 4,000 footers. So we're hoping to be like in our tent asleep by 7 o'clock tonight. So we've got like 11 hours of hiking today, and we'll just see kind of where that lands us in the whole equation. So
let's get going.
So this is how we test to see how deep it is. We stick the poles in.
Oh, wow.
Well, jump to that log over there. Look. Okay, now, you've been on this trail forever. Why am I telling you how to do this? I'm gonna follow you.
Hold on.
Oh, I can't believe you fell in. Oh, uh-oh, that's squishy. Do you think this is the way? Go straight there. Look, in front of you. No? Do you see other footprints?
Oh, whoa. There's no way to go out there.
Oh, wait, you're not going that way?
Where is there to go?
I know you can go through there. You want me to go first? Yeah, that's a good, I think I might have better direction out here. Oh, geez, maybe not. Oh my God.
Definitely a way to go, Mom.
Well, so Captain and I are chatting about what to do in the event we see a moose, because this is moose land, big time moose zone that we're in today, and I think tomorrow and the next couple of days. And they like to charge, so apparently we're supposed to stand behind a tree if we see one, so if it decides to charge us. And don't frighten them. And if we see a one-antlered moose, then we know that's Will's moose. And he might be pissed, so, oh, my foot's stuck. So hopefully he doesn't recognize us.
Hopefully.
Even though we weren't in the car.
Ah.
Let's put the camera back into my belt and guess what we just saw? 2 moose.
Is it meese?
I don't know if it's meese or moose. I can still see them up there.
Is it mice?
Can you see them? No, a mice is, you know what a mice is. That's plural for mouse, honey. Do you still see them? I want you guys. Oh, I see it. You see it, Largo?
I do not.
Right there, I see it. I see it. Oh my God. Oh, I see it.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how close we should get.
Well, it's running away.
I really would like you guys to be able to see it, but I also don't know. Largo, I'm serious. Don't get too close. They charge. And they didn't seem too afraid of us. Largo, I'm serious.
They were quite literally running away.
No, I just saw them up around that corner. Right up there. Make sure you find a good tree to go behind. Oh my God, we just were talking about this, guys. I manifested 2 moose. Do you see them?
Yep.
You see them? Really?
I see the meese.
Oh my God.
The moose is meese.
Oh my God. Oh my God, can you guys see that?
Did
Do you catch that? Do you think they're... To be honest, guys, I thought they would be a little more afraid of humans. So we've seen 2 moose now. I gotta put that on my stat chart. I really thought they'd be a little more afraid of humans.
We've seen dozens of snakes, 5 bears, and now 2 moose.
Oh no, they're over there someplace.
You scared of them?
Well,
I think
people
they're pretty
keep
harmless.
saying they're vicious, so I'm scared.
Vicious?
I want to view them from like the road in my car, but not on the side of my...
Oh yeah, you want to see them from a road in your car as they charge at the car.
Oh, they're definitely out there. I can hear them. Here, Moosey, Moosey. Tracks. You want to track the moose, Captain?
I think it went into the mud.
I think so too. It probably disappeared and didn't come out since that's so deep.
No kidding.
So Captain's feet are getting all pruny. So we have stopped for him to switch out his socks because that's the foot that fell in the mud water contraption. So we do carry an extra set of socks, each one of us. One, we swap them out like midway when we're really starting to stink, but we also, if in the event one of us gets our feet wet, to switch it out so he doesn't get any blisters.
I'm considering putting on my waterproof socks.
No, just in case it happens again.
Just in case.
And this is a great opportunity for us to have a snack. So we are having brie, and I scored some pear, date, and cognac chutney, which just looked delicious in the store. And then I also got, let's see what else do I have in here. We'll probably eat this for lunch, but I got some bread and butter pickles, which I gave half of the jar to another girl in the hostel who loves pickles. And of course, Vermont sharp cheddar and salami and a root beer. Lots of goodies from the real world. My pack is so heavy, but I don't care. This is Long Pond, and wow, this is beautiful. Look at this. Is my mic on?
Mom has officially...
Wait, my mic's... Okay, go ahead.
Mom has officially gone trail crazy. I think I'm hallucinating at this point.
Captain and I are sitting here.
At lunch,
Okay,
peacefully.
look, peacefully. Here's the trail.
And
it
then...
goes right by us. Look the trail, and it goes that way, okay?
Yeah, it's a very nice, very
nice
comfortable,
trail.
comfortable spot.
We're having cheese until I spilled dirt all over it and then dumped my root beer because...
So, we're just sitting here, and bounding by is a bunny.
A massive rabbit.
On the trail, just like going for a morning jog.
And Largo and I are both like, our heads do whiplash. Like, what was that, a dog?
I mean, I expected to be some day hiker's dog or maybe a thru-hiker's dog, just kind of going up ahead. We don't hear it. That happens sometimes. We see this rabbit, and we're like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
About maybe 2 minutes later,
then another big thing
like
comes
a
down.
ferret or a skunk
or an otter. I don't know. It was
him
back there, and
about 10 feet back.
And I jumped up like, ah! And I dropped. I got food, like dirt all over our thing. I knocked over the root beer.
Nothing was gonna get in your way.
I grabbed Captain's knee, and I was like, I'm getting the hell out of here. It was like a parade going in front of us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what that was. It was not a porcupine. You might have been a gopher. It was like long and skinny, but a bit not super skinny.
Are there ferrets here? I don't know.
It was bigger than a ferret.
Was it?
I don't know. I don't want
really
to.
big
I think we should find a new lunch spot. What if a moose comes by next?
I have no idea. I'm worried.
So Captain and I were just having a conversation, and we decided to turn on the camera because we thought, you know what, this is something we want to document, and you guys might find it interesting too. So you want to start off what we were talking about, honey?
Yeah, we were just talking about what was gonna happen up to Katahdin, and just like talking about our plans, and then kind of the realization that we won't be on trail kind of occurred to us, because we've not only ever been thinking about next thing on trail, and now that we're so close to being the next thing in life in general off trail, it's almost like it feels like a breath of fresh air, to be honest.
Yeah, it's interesting because you guys know when we started, we were taking 2 days off a week for work and school, and we were on trail. We weren't thinking much further than, hold on a second, honey, because I can't keep up with you, much further ahead than his AP exams and where we needed to be on the trail between, what was going to happen between when we got on the trail and the AP exams. Once the AP exams were done,
it was really just point to point.
What, honey?
It was really just point to point.
Point to point, exactly. And once he was done the exam, we got back on the trail. I was working less, and our whole being has been about the trail and what's next. Well, go just a little bit slower, please. What's next and where we're going and the plans and da-da-da-da. So all of June, July, August. And now, as we're in what seems to be our final
few weeks,
3 weeks, I'd say, we have found ourselves wanting to some extent, but also needing to talk about the next phase. His classes, his private pilot's license, scheduling his Spanish and French tutoring sessions, visiting his sister, holidays. He has a surgery coming up, just like the next stage. And as you guys know, when you're planning for another stage or season in your life, you kind of have to do this while you're still in a season, right? And so we're trying to very much be present and enjoy this, but we also have to kind of align everything for the next phase, which is something that I would say, would you say the last 2 weeks, we've been starting to talk about what's next?
Around there, yeah.
And just talking about our Christmas plans, like we always do a family adventure at Christmas time and different things like that were just not something we talked about or thought about for at least 4 months of being on this trail, because I was on the prize and our experience and just this goal and this journey and documenting everything. So it seems a little weird, but then, oh boy, oh my gosh.
What happened?
Well, guys, I wasn't really paying attention and my whole foot just went into the mud. Oh no. Okay, well, and I was almost done. All right. Captain, do you have more you want to say about that?
No, it's just,
I think I better pay attention.
we're gonna fall apart when we're not feeling like we're in the trail. We're not gonna feel the need to, be ready to go out again.
It's gonna be weird because we're gonna have a different purpose every morning, and yeah. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, it's gonna be weird to not be with you guys each morning. I mean, I know we're not really with you, but we get up and we think about you and we talk about what we're gonna share and, all this stuff. So you're a huge part of our life. Even though, most of you we haven't met, we read in person, we read your comments and we recognize your name, or we're like, oh, thank you. That was so nice of you to say that, and as much as I wish daily vlogging was sustainable, it's just not financially, as well as just a time commitment and getting back to running our business, and also Will editing the vlogs and stuff. So let's hear your thoughts. We're gonna miss you guys. We're still gonna vlog, but it's gonna go back to weekly. It's gonna be a different experience. Well, give us your thoughts on all this. Captain and I just made a decision that had us both, well, I don't know if he was stressed out about it, but it had me a little stressed out about it because we are exhausted. Like we barely made it to this spot and we said, you know, we're just going to take our shoes off and just let our feet rest and have some food. And then we'll continue up the 1.8 miles that we have left. My hair is caught in the microphone. And we got here and we were just both so beat because if you remember, he was up till like 10:30 doing school. I fell asleep, I don't know what time, 8:39 with the lights on. And then we got up set the alarm for 4:30 and got up at 4:45. And we're just spent. Our feet hurt. Our backs are actually hurting, which they don't typically. We're exhausted. And we felt kind of guilty about not making our miles because then it impacts other stuff that's going on over the weekend. And we've got some really hard climbs the next 4 days. But I asked him if he wanted to be done. And he was like, I'll do whatever. And I could tell he was exhausted. And I'm exhausted. And we like talked it over and back and forth. And we just decided that it's 1.8 miles. And once we get a good night's sleep, we'll be ready to rock and roll tomorrow. The interesting thing is that because we're not used to stopping at 5, it felt guilty. Like it felt like it was wrong that we were stopping by 5. But a lot of people on this trail, that's their cutoff. They stop at 5. That hasn't been the case with us for many reasons. We're vlogging along the way, so it takes us longer to make the miles. We talk to a lot of people on trail. Him and I sometimes talk and have these deeper conversations. And as a result, it takes us a bit, and I'm slow on the uphills. It takes us a bit longer to get to camp. So we started this morning at 7 and stopping at 5 when there's 2 hours of daylight left felt like, a luxury. Like, what are we going to do? So we're going to put the tent up, get in the tent. He said he's going right to sleep. If I go to sleep at 6, I'll be awake by 9 and won't be able to get back to sleep. So I'm going to try and stay awake at least till like 7:30 when it gets dark. I think if it's dark and I fall asleep, I'll be able to stay asleep. But it's weird because it's like what this trail does to you, what you do to yourself psychologically, right? Like we're not recognizing what we did and being like, okay, you had a good hike today. It's Maine. You hiked 13 point something miles today, which is hard for Maine terrain, even though it was a little bit easier than some other days we've had. Give yourself that pat on the back, stop, and know that tomorrow's a new day and you'll get up strong and ready to go. So I can tell we're especially tired because neither one of us feel like eating, which we always feel like eating. Hey guys, it is 6:03, record time of getting in the tent and eating some cheese with some spread and calling it a night. We went from Main Route 17 to Main Route 4. We went 13.2 miles. Captain's already closed his eyes and he's not storing yet, but it's probably going to be any minute. There's only been, I think, like 1 or 2 other times that we've been asleep before like 7:30 at the earliest at night. So this is crazy. I'm trying to keep myself awake until it gets dark, which will probably be another hour. Because if I fall asleep now, I'm going to wake up at like 8:30. But if it's dark, I'll be okay. Today we saw 2 moose, 3 or 4 snakes. They're so little in Maine. I love it. A gigantic rabbit. And then some unidentified thing, like maybe a gopher or a badger. It was like the size of a cat, but not shaped like a cat. And it wasn't a porcupine. So there was a lot of activity there. Lots of water crossings. I'm still carrying 2 liters, which has been wonderful. Captain carries 3 just because he likes to drink a lot of water. Best. I think the best is that even though we felt guilty and pondered whether we should stop, we made the decision to stop. Right now, we would be hiking for at least another hour, probably another hour, on the extreme end, maybe even a little less. And Captain has already crashed, and it's 6:03, so probably 6:04 now. So the best is that we made a decision to stop and honor our bodies. Worse, I think my worst is that we realized a couple things about the trail when we kind of were talking today about how many days of this left and how many days of that. We think we probably only have 2 more hostels that we'll be staying at. And we think we only have about 15 more hike days. And so that's like, I know we said we're ready for the next chapter and I know all that stuff, but it's also really sad feeling like the end is here because this is 7 months of our life. You know, it wasn't like just a week. So I'm feeling a little nostalgic about everything. It's so weird when you feel nostalgic about it, but you're like, it's not done. And you feel nostalgic, but you don't want it to continue either because you want to go on to new adventures. But every time you try something new, it's like every time we move countries, people are like, oh, it must be so hard. You must miss people. It's like every time we leave a country, we're already missing the people we're leaving, but we're excited to see the people to the country we're going to because we have a lot of friends around the world now. And this kind of feels like that too. Like anytime we transition, like we RV'd for 3 years, we slow traveled for 3 years, we sailed for 3 years, to be continued. You know, we hiked for 7 months. Like imagine if I said we hiked for 3 years. And so each time we leave one of those, it's really sad, you know, and that's kind of how I was feeling today. Like, wow, like Captain was saying, we've always, this has been our journey and our mission for months and months and months. We haven't thought about like what's after. We know what's after. We haven't thought about it. So that was kind of a little sad for me today. I'm exhausted too. I'm beat. It's funny, I guess when we started this, at least by this point in the trail, I would have thought, oh, piece of cake. I'm going to go to bed every night. Nothing's going to hurt. I'm going to feel so freaking strong. I could run up the mountain. Although we didn't get much sleep last night, and that's contributing to our exhaustion, I still feel things still hurt. Like they still hurt, and they actually hurt on him today too. So because the hurt, you just gotta, like life, you gotta do it with some pain, right? All right, guys. Go live that dash. Thank you so much for being here. Truly, truly. Thank you for being part of our journey. Good night. Oh, I'm gonna go this way. Oh. All right, here I come. If one of you's one antlered, it was an accident, I swear. Will didn't mean to do it. Floating leaf, everyone. How did that get there? That's been interesting, huh? It might be time for us to take a nap, you know that? If you've not had a whoopie pie, they're absolutely, they're absolutely delicious. They're a cake outside, and if made like a traditional whoopie pie, they are fluff, marshmallow fluff inside with some sugar and some other things. This one is a pumpkin, I think a pumpkin one. Look how big it is. Captain.
Yes.
I just realized something.
And what is that?
We are so close to the end of this that we will only be staying in 2 more hostels.
Really?
On the entire trail. Main Roadhouse on Sunday, and then Shaw's next weekend. Then we go back to Vermont to make up those 63 miles. And I'm assuming we'll just sleep out in the woods the whole time, unless we want to sleep at the Yellow Deli and give that a try. Samuel might like that.